know how it is, sa.neter Studios.
Time to set the stage with the lights.
You know how it is, sa.neter Studios. Come on. sa.neter Studios. sa.neter Studios. Look, open your third eye and download this. sa.neter Studios on. Now we gotta get it. On the couch, alive on 125th. Worldwide, entertainment with scholarship. Black power conglomerate, that's how we pay homage and show love to the ancestors. Original man blessed it, so you can't test it. It's more than hood politics. sa.neter Studios will help you wake up your mind again. Know you got time to spend, been watching BS, so tune in to the best. Hardest working, don't need rest. Just trying to be next, push the revolution, push this information, help you with the solutions. The new millennium's Gil Noble is still rolling, and won't stop until the pineal glands are frozen. And know that this ain't his story, it's ours, but they'll know it when they hear peace and black power. sa.neter Studios. sa.neter Studios. sa.neter Studios. sa.neter Studios.
Yeah, testing 1 2 1 2. Captain, man, what up, man? I hope this stuff come out. I hope it come out clear, man.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come out clear.
The sound and everything, man.
Yeah, I think it should. I got it right here, so we should be good. How it sound? I sound all right?
Sound good, brother.
Sound good, okay.
You sitting on the black power bench. You got the red, black, and green, man. What do you think about that, man?
I think it definitely it gives Harlem a black feel. Because Harlem ain't been black for about 5-6 years now.
Since Dr. Khalid passed on. That's longer than that.
Yeah, that's really, because when you think about it, and I always say this, like, when I was having a conversation and I was saying, they always talk about the black community is messed up.
Right.
And I always say, they always try to say that they need the community to police the community. And that's such a farce. It's such a falsehood. It's not the community. The community is not paid to police the community. The cops are paid to police the community. So for example, if a civilian sees a drug dealer selling drugs, that civilian can't go to that drug dealer and say, get off the corner. He can't arrest him. If he was to harm him, he would actually get arrested by the cops for assault. Because that's not his job. That's the cop's job. And why do I say that? Before Khalid and before the 2000s hit, Harlem was a black neighborhood, but it was also a drug-infested neighborhood. It was also full of crime, XYZ like that. And then they wanted to integrate. Even if you go back to when y'all first came on 125th and Lennox Ave, remember, that was a vacant lot behind us when y'all came out there. Yeah. And then when they wanted to gentrify it, they brought more police in, they start policing, and now that same area is a Whole Foods now.
Yeah.
You got Raising Cane's, you got Chick-fil-A, and now you see all these white people, and you know what they gave us? A red and black green.
And we happy with that.
We're happy with that.
But you know what else that we're happy with? When they name a street after us.
Yep.
When they name a goddamn street, we think we made it.
Yeah, we done made it.
We are so happy. Let's just give these niggas the name of a street. You know, we're going to call this Marcus Garvey Boulevard. These niggas are happy with that.
Real talk. And if you go to every Martin Luther King street, That shit fucked up.
Right. Look at that.
Every street that they name MLK is all the drug selling, hoes, all type of stuff, man.
Let me ask you, why do black people care so much about Hulk Hogan's death? And what he said, he always used the N-word. He said he always used the N-word.
Like he used the N-word like it's going out of style. And so I think, okay, the hype behind Hulk Hogan was like the first megastar in wrestling. So Hulk Hogan transcended wrestling. Everybody was, eat your vitamins, what you gonna do when Hulk Media run wild on you? So that's pretty much what everybody remembers. But back in like 2015, tapes started surfacing about, he was having a conversation on a website, and I'll make sure I send this to you. He was having a conversation on the website where he was talking about when a black wrestler called him a nigger. And so he started using the nigger word like it was going out of style right in the interview. And let me tell you something. A white actor gets to say nigger, they ain't never acted. They being themselves when they say nigger. And when Hulk Hogan was saying nigger in that interview, he was being himself. And that ain't it. Then a video surfaced, or audio rather surfaced, of him talking about his daughter.
As we reported yesterday, there was a mix of responses when news of Hogan's death became public. Due to Hogan being caught using the N-word on multiple occasions, specifically when referring to the man his daughter was dating, who was in fact black.
And he's mad because his daughter is sleeping with a nigga. And he says, at least let him sleep with a rich nigga.
Damn.
Now, I want everybody to look this up. That audio came out July 24th, 2015. That white man died July 24th, 2025. So all the conspiracy theorists can go crazy because he died 10 years to the day that audio came out. But we always sympathize and empathize with white people. We give white people such a nigga pass.
Yep.
It's insane. If you ask I remember, man, when I said Eminem was not the greatest rapper, is not the greatest rapper, you know how many black people fight me to try to tell me how Eminem deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? I said, listen, Eminem out of his own mouth said he's a guest in hip hop. Even out of his own mouth.
Because he knows.
Because he knows. But black people are saying, no, he shouldn't be in the guest house. He should be in the house. And I'm saying, when you think about hip hop is vast. You talk about from the late 60s up to 2025. You know how many black rappers that came through, paved the way, the Slick Ricks, the Schoolie D's, the Scarface, the Ice Cube, and you telling me Eminem is better than them?
All
and
of
then
them, Nas and all of them, come on.
Yeah, like all of them. And then so I always ask him, I said, well, give me the hot Eminem line. Give me the line that puts him in that category, and they don't have it. But the reason why they believe it is because we always suffer from, and I might have said this in the last interview, we suffer from a whiteness of he's the daddy that we look up to. Like, especially for black men that don't have a father.
Right.
Like, the white man becomes your daddy. He becomes the, man, if I want to be anything, I could be like him. Just think about all the things you could do. You could be a criminal. That's the white man you're looking up to. You're not looking at the white man. You don't look to white people for righteousness. You look at white people for wickedness. And so when we look at Hulk Hogan, we see him leg dropping and the celebrity status that he has, to where people, I put up this meme on my Facebook where I had a picture of Samuel Jackson from Django. You remember in Django when he was like that Sambo?
Yep.
And you got Hulk Hogan and he hugging, and that's how black people look like, mourning over a white man that would call you a nigga if he saw you. And so we suffer from that whiteness. We suffer from, if we ain't looking up to the white white man, we lusting after a white woman. And those are the two things that destroy us. Shit, there's a video of this black dude on camera, and a white woman pistol whips herself in the face.
What?
But he being charged with assault. I'm gonna send you the video.
Yes, you gotta send me that.
I'm gonna send you the video. Yeah. It's on this. If that video is not out, he's in jail for beating a white bitch. And you know what she got in common?
What?
She on OnlyFans too. Like, niggas need to leave these hoes alone. You got this white bitch on OnlyFans She runs into the refrigerator. See, listen. This white bitch runs into the refrigerator. Now he's standing there. Like, so in the video, you see him standing there. Now they in the room together. He's standing there. They're in the kitchen. Runs into the refrigerator, falls on the ground, picks up, it's a gun on the table, picks up the gun, starts smacking it. Down mad, I keep smacking myself. Smacks herself with the gun.
And said he did it.
Said he did it.
Oh, man.
Without that video?
Yeah, he would have been toast. He would have been done.
Because but you know, they is not going to believe no nigga over no white woman.
So, in closing of the Hulk Hogan,
In closing of the Hulk Hogan, we got to stop suffering from white love, from looking up to white people. Like, white people, how long are they going to be our idols? Because it just represents the death of us.
Yeah. Now, it's like when you're looking at hip hop, it's always people say, man, you know, they stole jazz from us. They stole R&B. They stole hip hop. I always say, no, we gave it to them.
Yeah.
We handed it over to them. Because when we see white boys like Eminem and all of them, we proud that they could be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like we want them to fit in with us. That whole invite them to the cookout shit. It's like we want them, it's like, oh, it's a white, like you could be a bunch of niggas and one white person, and they will gape and like lap like a damn dog thirsty for water to get that one white person.
Check this out, like how much we hate each other so much, and we don't want to see each other rise. Look at DJ Khaled. What the hell is this motherfucker doing where he's making millions of dollars, where we had DJ Clue, we had
DJ Clue, Ron G,
right, like
Kid Capri. We got so many black DJs.
Right.
And here's the crazy part. You know how they get on Latinos for saying nigga? Ain't nobody said Khaled can't say nigga.
DJ Khaled saying the N-word.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like if somebody ever took that in what's that word? Arrogant? I mean,
arrogance?
Yeah, like if somebody thinks it in another way, they dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Taking it right.
Like if they take it to like I'm trying to be, that's like, I grew up like that. It's a slang. It's actually a positive word, the way I use it.
Khaled say nigga like it's going out of style. And that song, I'm So Hood, he said, who? Yeah, nigga! And ain't nobody said, why is Khaled saying nigga? But the Latino can't say nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's move on over to the political side for a minute. Let's talk about Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. He said smoking crack is safer than alcohol, brother. Joe Biden's son said smoking crack is more safer than alcohol. Talk to us about that.
I had to watch this video about 3 or 4 times because I could not believe that a white man said that. Now, he said 3 things. So before he even gets to the alcohol, they asked him on. So now he's saying, first of all, he breaking down how to make crack. So he talk about all you need is sodium bicarbonate.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally.
That's it?
That's it. This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar of cocaine and baking soda.
Mix it, and he says doing it that way takes away all the impurities out of the cocaine. So now it's a hard rock, so you can smoke it. Clearly, this is a drug addict.
I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
Like Hunter Biden. Remember they found cocaine and everything in the White House.
Yeah.
And he's a criminal.
Right.
Joe Biden, I remember Joe Biden said he would never pardon a relative, but he pardoned his son. He made sure his son did not go to jail. That's the advantage.
Same thing with fucking Trump.
Yeah, Trump do the same thing.
He pardons all the dudes that ran up in the White House.
Pardon everybody that ran up in the White House. And so then he says, so they asked him, so he says there's no difference between sniffing cocaine and smoking crack. And I don't know, like, if you grew up, anybody that is old as me and seeing what crack did, when it was just cocaine, you know, and this is not to make any drug, like we shouldn't do no drugs.
Right.
But when we talk about sniffing cocaine, there was downsides to sniffing cocaine. But when it came to crack, women was selling their babies.
Word.
I mean, I ain't talking about diapers. I ain't talking about clothes. I'm talking about selling their child for crack.
That demon, bro.
I mean, there was a demon. Like, you one hit of that crack, you walking around here like a zombie. Remember, Public Enemy had Night of the Living Baseheads. Because that's what they would call them. If you saw New Jack City and you see how Pookie Chris Rock was, that's what crack did, where you would be like a walking zombie out here. Man, when I was coming up, I remember this woman let 10 men in her house. All of them did her so she can get high off of crack. That's what crack did. But that's what stupid white people do. White people that are drug addicts, they don't understand what they're saying. And what Hunter Biden is representing is the criminologist mind state that America has, where he wants, you know what he wants? He wants cocaine to be legalized like alcohol is legalized. That's why you make a statement like that. You make a statement
like weed is now, because weed is now
so you see weed, and that's where we're going. We're going to a space where there won't be a drug that you can't legally buy. That's the space that we get into. So if weed is coming, cocaine coming, crack coming, to where you be able to go to a convenience store, buy weed, crack, cocaine, heroin, everything. That's what Joe Biden represents, because America is a criminal organization.
Do you think they getting skied up in the White House?
Hell yeah. Getting skied up. They having sex with the hoes in the White House.
Right.
Remember Clinton was getting head in the White House?
Yeah.
Clinton was getting straight up head from Monica Lewinsky.
Right.
You don't think Trump, he a rock star, you don't think Trump on the White House tearing tail up? Probably young underage tail too. It's videos coming out with Trump. There's this video, I'll make sure, everything I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure I send it to you.
Yeah.
There's a video where Trump sees a 10-year-old white girl and says, I'm gonna see you in 10 years.
Thursday night, you're going up the escalator? I'm gonna be dating her in 10 years, can you believe it?
You can hear him say, I'm going to be dating her in 10 years, can you believe it?
The part of that video that's actually a little haunting is when you hear the girl, you hear her young voice, and he's like, can you believe I'm going to be dating her in 10 years? You goddamn creep.
Man, get out of here, man.
Yeah. He says, I'm going to see you in 10 years.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a video that says that. So, yeah, they're doing all of that shit, man. They getting high, they fucking hoes, they doing all of that right in the White House.
Damn.
The White House ain't no place of sanctity. Ain't no God-fearing people in the White House. It's criminals, thieves, and hoes in the White House.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yo, let's harken back on Shannon Sharpe from last week.
Okay.
We talked about Shannon Sharpe last week.
Yeah.
And I asked you, how much did he get paid? I
didn't know at the time. Yeah, we didn't know. Right.
So now we got more information.
Right.
Shannon Sharpe allegedly paid $23 million to the OnlyFans model, which was more than he got paid in the NFL. So he paid $23 million.
23, yo.
Talk to us, man.
$23 million for some pussy?
Shannon Sharpe allegedly settled with this girl for reported $23 million. $23 million. And now all of us can understand why she put out the statement that she's going to be retiring from OnlyFans. Well, yeah. When you have the donkey of the century pay you $23 million, I would retire too. So,
think about that. Let that sizzle for some white, flat ass, flabby. Like, I don't believe in sleeping with no white women at all. But if he wanted to impress me, like let's say if she would have been like this stocky ass built white woman,
right?
You know what I mean, like big breasts, big butt, thick, something like that. Then Shannon would be able to come to black people and say, "Did you see that ass?" Right? Right? He would have an argument, right? I still would disagree with him. Right? But he would have an argument. He got this 6 o'clock, straight up and down, looking
broad type white woman.
Yeah. You know what's sad?
What?
The average black man's type of white woman.
Yeah.
You look at black men that get white women, they be fat as shit or skinny as shit. They you ain't even got to be a good looking white woman to a black man. You could be anything.
Right.
Because again, we suffer from looking up the whiteness like it's great. So we just thankful that we got any white looking woman. And so Shannon Sharpe, and they showed the stat line. I think he made like 21 to 22 million in his career.
Damn, man.
And he just threw that shit down the toilet for a white bitch that was scamming him from the gate.
It says Shannon Sharpe allegedly paid a total of $23 million to Gabby Zuniga, who recently retired from OnlyFans, which was more than he made in his NFL career. Here you can see the still. Shannon Sharpe made $22 million as an NFL player, and then he paid out $23 million.
That's a kink from slavery.
Yes.
Like when that boxer that we brought up that was with that white woman, that was his kink. That's the whole King Kong shit. The whole King Kong metaphor is the black man suffering from wanting to be with the white woman. That's that whole King Kong shit. And Martin Luther King was saying the same thing. Remember, they said they had him on CIA tapes. Call me a nigga tonight. Yeah, that's Martin Luther King. So now here come black ass, and I'm saying black ass on purpose because it got to be something psychologically in his mind. Because here he come, he got this scrawny, ugly ass man looking white woman using monkey, big black dick. He choking the shit out of her, doing all that, and don't even realize this 19-year-old woman don't want to be with you for yourself.
Right.
She don't want to be with you. He should have known it was a setup, and those text messages didn't save him. Are you all right, brother? All right, no sweat. All right. And them text messages didn't say. He thought. Here's what he thought. He thought that them text messages was gonna save him from going to jail, which it did. But civil court, you got a lily white woman in that courtroom. And that's why he settled out of court. And she took all his money. Now, from what I hear, the rumors are saying that he had to sell a part of his his podcast.
Yeah.
That he had to.
What?
Yeah. Yep. Damn. He had to bring investors in, because that's all his. He had to bring investors in to come up with that money. And that bitch, you know what that bitch did? That bitch retired off his ass. She said, I ain't got to do OnlyFans no more. I got 21 million, 23 million. I'm good.
That shit is crazy, man.
So
when we going to wake up?
Yeah, so you looking at it, if you go back to the interview we did, remember when you had that guy, when we was in front of your camp, and it had that white woman.
Yes.
And I said, when she
the one with the snake.
The one with the snake. And I told him then, I said, when she gets finished with you, I said, you are her pet. I said, when she get finished with you, what's going on, brother? I said, when she get finished using you up, she'll throw you away. That's what I said back then.
Yep.
And that's what that white bitch did. When that white bitch got tired of him, she threw him away and said, I'm going to take all his money.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. All right, let's go back to Donald Trump, man, because we ain't finished with this dude, man. Donald Trump was informed in May by Department of Justice. He was named in the Epstein files. Is that the reason you think they won't release the files?
Listen, the more information come out, man, at some point Trump gonna get impeached. At
think
some
so?
point. Yeah. Because I think, so if he knew back in May, that makes what Elon Musk said. Elon Musk now wasn't trolling. Elon Musk is telling the truth. Because remember, so now Elon Musk and Trump fall out. Because Elon didn't want that bill passed. He got too big for his britches. They have a white boy fight. And then like two little fucking kids, they start talking about each other. And so Elon Musk says Trump won't release the files because he's named in them. Trump tried to make it seem he not named in them. And this what, like, the government, and this for white people, the government don't give a fuck about y'all either. Because Trump will sit there and tell you, I'm not in the files, this ain't about that, there's no evidence. And then you find out that he knew since May that he was in the files. This goes right in line with when you asked me last week, do I believe that the government assists like the Roman Catholic Church with the sex trafficking and stuff like that? They do. All of this sexual deviancy that takes place in America starts from the president all the way down to the bum on the street. All of them are sexual deviants. And Trump is no different. All the money does, it gives them more access to be more deviant. The problem is going to be the people are peons. And that's what Trump knows. Trump knows as long as I go out there and do some rock star shit, ain't nobody gonna care. Ain't nobody gonna care that I'm on the Epstein files and not released. Now, if that Senate pushes it, like how they seem to be, like how some of them senators is pushing it and want them Epstein files to come out, them Epstein files come out, we gonna see some diabolical sexual deviancy that make what Diddy did look like a walk in the park.
Right.
What they saying about with Diddy, because all we found out with Diddy is that he over on the side beating his meat while his wife getting banged by another woman.
Right.
That's all we found out about Diddy. And he might have some gay sex, he put some sperm on him or something like that. We gonna find out if them Epstein files get released, we gonna find out what they doing with little girls. What they doing with boys.
Do you think Donald Trump is doing everything in his power to make sure them joints don't come out?
Yeah.
As far as finances, money,
he paying.
Yeah, you know?
he paying out the ass.
Yeah.
I gotta find this. He recently sent his attorneys to talk to somebody. I can't remember who it is, but I'll try to find it for you. But yeah, they doing that. Like Trump is doing everything that he can to make sure that don't come out. All right? That's exactly what he's doing. And he's gonna stay doing that. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. That's what he's doing. So they don't want that to come out because, of course, I'm not righteous no more.
Right.
I'm supposed to be better than that, but I'm a sexual deviant too. I'm gonna say this other video where his family calls him, I think it's a predator or something like that, and he need to do some shit like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, also make sure I get it all to you.
Okay. Now we got to talk about Umar Johnson, man. Umar Johnson is out here looking bad, man.
Listen.
You know, and I don't understand why people still believe in this dude. You know, how long the school was supposed to have been?
Since like 2014, something like that. It's been like 11 years.
People still believe in this dude, brother. He's now on the internet talking about his bank got, got fraud. He's begging people for money to help me send me some money. Like, dude, where's your family? Where's your people? Where the people that you think love you?
Yeah,
so let me ask you. Umar is now asking for Apple Pay donations to take care of him and his mother, brother.
Yeah,
take care of him and his mother. Is he mismanaging money?
Not only is he mismanaging money, like I messaged Umar Johnson on IG, and I've said this, like he need counsel. He need a team. Like he ain't like if I go to do a debate or battle, I call Jenna Mahiman.
Right.
If I need counsel, I can call Commander Jenny Hanna, Jenna Mahiman, XYZ like that. I have a team that I could go through where if I'm going through something good, if I'm going through something bad, whatever I'm going through, I have a school, I have my brothers, I had the generals and stuff like that, and they can advise me what to do, what not to do. I remember when I first came and got exposed to you and the Polites and everybody like that, Jenna Mahiman was coaching me the whole time. Okay, don't go to this event, go to that event.
Right.
Don't go here, don't be seen here, don't do this, don't do that.
Right.
And as he's doing that, it taught me how to move. It taught me what to say, what not to say, X, Y, Z. And that's not a bad thing.
No, that's a good thing.
To get that type of guidance. Yeah. Umar Johnson needs that right now because he out there first, he done talked about this woman's fishy coochie. But he was with her 3 times. She did an interview with Tasha K. Start talking about this man's penis size, start talking about this man's...
but hold on, stop, man.
But she didn't disrespect him, though.
Right, but you know, all women do that.
All women do that, right.
Because they know how to hit you in the gut.
Exactly.
And so they know our ego when we start talking about the penis.
So now...
I'm going to talk about his penis.
Right.
And that's shit fucking nigga up. Like,
but the thing about it is, she's supposed to do that. Like, we expect a woman to do that.
Right.
But ain't nobody expecting Umar to be out here doing what he doing.
Lene Stacks, Siobhan Stone, Lene Stacks, throat goat, hood rat, jump off, fishy coochie, the queen of fishy coochie. I believe she may have taken information regarding the bank account of FDMG and my personal.
Is what I'm saying. Listen, I had a woman talk about me with Polite.
Right.
You didn't see me all on the internet talk about that shit, man. All I said was, it's not true. That's it. And then that's how you deal with it as a man. She lying, it's not true.
Leave it alone.
That's it. And then left it alone. And then she went away. Remember, I don't know if you remember this, Si. When she did that interview with Polite, that's when I did the How to Share Your Man lecture. And you remember when you interviewed me, and she called Polite, talk about what is sa.neter doing, interviewing Polite?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that, because she thought that was going to be the end of me. But instead of taking what she did and playing this whole victim shit, I did a lecture, said how to share your man. If the bitch knew how to share a man, she wouldn't have had these problems. Yeah. Umar Johnson got this woman talking about him, and he thinks, I'm going to say her vagina's fishy. So if you think about it, he opened the door for her to talk about him.
Right.
Because she didn't talk about his rod or nothing like that. She just said they was in a relationship, they broke up, he mismanaged money, don't take care of his mother, she was taking care of his mother. Now maybe the anger made him do that, but he started talking about and put out her government name.
I discussed this with the attorneys. The attorneys told me that it would be in my advantage if Siobhan Stone, throat goat, or Pastor Bussy tries to access my personal account or the school's account, because that is a federal crime. I saw her privately 3 times inside of the same Philadelphia hotel after hours for no more than 2 or 3 hours. This young lady told me that she would not mind coming to care for my mother. I assured her that I would pay her, and I did pay her.
Damn.
Put out her government name, talked about her vagina, said all she was good, she was the throat goat. Those are feminine traits that nigga did, when you think about it. That's not no man shit where you come out and you just start going in like that off the rip. But now, in the middle of all that, and this is important to what happened yesterday, the video put out yesterday. In the middle of all that, Umar gave us the setup. And this was the setup. Now, think about what he's saying. He's saying this was a woman he only met 3 times privately, helped his mother twice. That's 5 total, according to him.
Right.
She was only a jump off, according to him.
Right.
But in the middle of that, he says, I believe she has access to my school's banking information and my personal information. That's y'all wondering why he doing that? All of the fishy coochie and all of that stuff, all that was the theatrics for the setup. The setup was to say she got access to my accounts, because now, a couple weeks later, lo and behold, he ain't got no access to the banking information.
But do you believe that? Do you believe him?
No, I don't believe that shit. No, that's what I'm saying. The setup. Yeah. The setup was a couple of weeks ago to put out there that her and the guy that she's doing the interviews with this guy. I don't know I can't remember his name, but he's apparently always talking about Umar Johnson. So he's trying to imply that them two are in cahoots to shut his banking information down. That was the setup. So now he's telling you that he got fraud. Now, the reason why I don't believe him, first of all, is because he's a hustler.
Right. He's a scammer.
He's a scammer,
yeah, he's a scammer
on the pastoral level.
Yes.
Like, he's a scam. He's no different than when the church ain't got enough money and they say, like, Juanita Bynum said, if 21 people gave $100, we got $2,100 or $21,000. All I need y'all to do is just give all of y'all $100 to get your money. What Umar is saying is my bank accounts are frozen. I need y'all to give donations for me and my mama.
And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
Right.
Are you telling me, nigga, that you ain't got nothing, no resources to take care of your mama, that you need people you don't know to Apple Pay you money?
Damn. Crazy.
I mean, think about that. Bank account get frozen. You telling me you ain't got a homie, you ain't got a partner. Those celebrities, I mean, you ain't got anybody you can contact to say, hey, my bank account is froze. Can you hold me over until XYZ? That's how you know it's a fucking lie. This is just his new scam to get money, and the scam, so when the school ain't open, it's because I had this bank freeze, so it stopped me from building this. It stopped me from doing that. Like, what? I mean, now, if y'all still give Umar money, y'all the reason why he do it. The same way, like we go in on pastors for asking for money.
Right.
But the pastors asking for money because they know you gonna give it.
Do you think black people deserve to get scammed sometime? If you keep doing the same thing over and over, do you think they deserve to get their ass?
I'm gonna tell you a story, real life story. Bro. I was in this airport one time. I was in this airport going to catch a flight, and this couple walks up to me. They say, "Oh, Tazayach," you know. So they were like, "Oh, I know you from the debate you did." And as I'm talking to the brother says, "Man, you know, Polite got me for $100."
Oh man, look at that.
This what I said to him. I said, "Nigga, you still giving money to Polite?" Because this was like maybe 2018.
Yeah.
So this is after he's been exposed for being a scammer, and none of that. So I'm saying to him, I said, "Why was you still giving him money?" So, and this goes to answer the question. We just, like, we stupid sometimes. Like, black people are some of the most gullible, can be the most gullible people on the planet. And we fall for a good conversationalist, a hustler. It's almost like witchcraft. When you think about pastors, where a pastor could say, I listened to Eddie Long say, I got this money because God wanted me to have this money. With your broke ass, with your broke self.
And the people in the crowd cry. Look at that.
And the people clapping,
right.
They broke.
Right.
If you got too much money, you ain't holy. And I make more on the outside than I do on the inside, because God's hand's on me. For he is the one that gives me the ability to get wealth to show forth his covenant. If you don't like that with your broke self. And I'm blessed to be a blessing, and many of you been blessed out of my pocket. I ain't mad, my turn coming. I just need to see somebody walk in what they talk about. I'm tired of broke, jacked up folk.
They broke. So the broke people is clapping as he's talking about you, that you going broke, giving him money. But you know what you believe? You believe somehow you giving him all your money is going to somehow bless you back.
Right.
Because that's what they believe. And so I don't know what they believe with Umar. Because Umar ain't gave nothing back. Umar has not given anything back to the black community. What I mean by that is, I'm not talking about whatever information he gives out about history, psychology, or anything like that. But he has not given back what he said. It's just a team of Umar There's no, like, ISUBK, we got a school. So when you pay your tithes, I don't get that. When I do the lecture, when I used to do paid debates from you, that money didn't come to me, it went to the school.
Right.
I'm just doing the work like that because we're a body, we got people to take care of. Umar is just taking care of himself. And this also lets you know he's misappropriating them funds. Because when it comes to fraud, I was telling you this over the phone. I just got this new phone, right? The Z Fold 7, right?
Right.
They just released it. So I had to trade in, I had a Z Fold 5. So I go to trade in. So with the trade-in value and with everything, it came to $1,800. When I go give them I did this online. So when I do it online to pay for it, it got declined. Because what Chase does, because I bank with Chase, what Chase does is, if it ain't even about the amount, if it's from some place that I haven't purchased in a while, they'll mark it as fraud. I get an email alert, and it'll say, was this fraud, was this you? And then when I click on it and say it was me, they say go process it again, and then I go process it again, and then you go through it. It go right through. So he's saying that he's not through no purchase fraud. He's saying he's going through somebody trying to access the account. Now, if they're not going in the bank, he's just talking about username and password. Username and password don't usually freeze the account.
Right.
Usually you just got to go through an email, you got to reset, you may have to call. So all of that is suspect because at the end of it, he's asking for money again.
Yep.
If he didn't ask for no money, I might have given him a little bit of credit.
I'm gonna say black people sometimes deserve to get scammed in order for them to learn.
Right. No, that's my whole point.
Let me tell you. Umar's own father came out and said, yo, he ain't right. This is his father. His father's all over the internet telling you this nigga is, yo, something wrong with this nigga.
Right.
People hear his father telling you, and you still going to support this dude? His own flesh and blood is telling you he's not right.
Yeah.
This is something wrong with him.
Yeah, you know what?
My father is good people too.
No,
he's in the movement for real. He's in the real movement.
Right.
He's telling you, yo, my son is not right. This is not right what he's doing. Yeah.
And you know the sad part? The sad part is that Charleston White said something that I actually agree with. Charleston White said, it's not enough to have talent. You got to have the gift.
Yeah.
And you can't lose the gift. You lose the gift. You can still have the talent, but you lose the gift. And we see Umar lose his gift.
Yeah.
Because the talent, anybody, like if you take any profession, everybody can have the talent with the basketball, with the football, with intelligence. But then there's somebody that's gonna have a gift where what they do, the people gravitate to, the masses listen to. So like, because a lot of things Umar say, you can say somebody else said that, but they don't have the gift that Umar had.
Right.
You understand? Just like Jordan dunks the ball, shoots the shot like everybody, but then somebody else, like let's say Joe Dumars, is not Jordan because Jordan had a gift.
Right.
So I'm not talking about talent. I'm talking about the gift. And that's why I say I like when Charleston White said it. And so we seeing Umar lose that gift because Umar said when that thing came out with his baby mama, right, with the two baby mamas,
right,
he said the reason why that happened to me is because I did not have respect for the vagina.
Damn.
The situation I'm going through right now is because at that time, 14 years ago, and 23 years ago, I did not have the respect for the sacredness of the black woman's vagina like I should have.
He said that?
I'm going to send it to you.
Umar funny as hell.
Umar said, and let me tell you why he said that. Because he patronizing to women. So his way of keeping his fans, of keeping them women, as them women, because them women gonna say, damn, Umar, we thought you was different. We thought you was special, man, but you got the same baby mama problems that my baby daddy got.
Right.
So he said, I didn't have respect for the black woman's vagina 15 years ago, 23 years ago, I did not respect the black woman's vagina. Well, clearly, he still don't respect it.
And that made black women like,
black women panties got wet. Their panties got wet. Oh, let me write that check out. He respected now. That was so long ago. Let me not judge him for what happened 15 years ago. Right. Well, this is 2 months ago.
Character. The brother said, "What about character?"
It says a lot about his character, his lack of character. He can't have character if he's sitting there misusing. That's why I said he had the gift, he had the talent, but instead of using that gift and talent to actually build what he said he was going to do it, he did it to feed himself.
You have a good reputation, bad passion.
But and you're correct. And so what happens is that reputation is going to last a time. But when your character flaws start showing, slowly people are going to start walking away. It's almost like if you're a liar, you can only keep that lie up for so long before chinks start coming in that armor of the lies. Mm-hmm. So the longer Umar goes, and this is why he don't have a team, because also the more he talks, the more he just exposes himself. So in a minute, his whole character is going to be, like, his whole character is really coming on display right now, which is why a lot of people, including myself, listen, when that baby mama thing happened with him, even I was on his side, because I know how bitter black women can be.
Yep.
And so I didn't want to just vilify him, because there's a lot of brothers that go through what Umar Johnson is going through. Mm-hmm. But now when you see him going through this with another woman, now this ain't about a baby mama. Now, because he ain't got no children with this woman. So now we gonna have to look at you. It's almost like they could have gave me a pass, like when that woman was talking about me. Now let's say people gave me a pass and said, well, that, I'm a side with Capt. If another woman and another woman and another woman start saying, nah, Capt don't take care of his kids, Capt do this, Capt do that, then you're going to say, nah, Capt, we can't believe you now.
Right.
Because there's a pattern showing. Mm-hmm. So now the pattern of his character is showing that he loved them hoes.
Yeah, man. Well, he got a woman by the name of Conscious Stripper.
Yeah, listen, the fact that they call her Conscious Stripper is crazy work. Remember when he was battling the SETI and he answered the phone and there wasn't nobody on the phone? And the phone.
All right, let's go back to Donald Trump.
Right.
Donald Trump blocked the law for clergy to report sex crimes. To report sex crimes. Are they helping pastors with sex trafficking and abuse?
Yeah, that's it. They doing both, because so what that law means is that the Catholic priests and church pastors, period, do not have to report sex crimes.
Wow.
They are protected under that law.
What?
They don't have to report it.
Oh, that's crazy.
And you know what? And what's crazy is that you was just asking this question, does the government assist with sex trafficking last week? Mm-hmm. And this week, this comes out, which proves it proves it, because now why do they do that? If you look up California just paid $1 billion. They was reporting how much they paid. It was like $712 million. I know it's in the millions. I'll get the exact number for you. They paid that to victims of sexual abuse in the Catholic Church. And so what Trump is doing with that law further allows them. You know what's crazy? You know, in the Catholic Church, if that priest found guilty of molesting a kid, you know he don't go to jail. You know what happens?
What?
He transfers to another church. So let's say if he the Archbishop in New York, they just gonna send him to Arizona. If he in California, they're gonna send him to Texas. But they are not gonna tell him he cannot be a priest no more. And you know why? Because they all are sexual deviants. So that's what I would say to that.
All right, I wanna move this conversation somewhere else. Mm-hmm. You are a Hebrew Israelite.
Okay.
Why do you use the term Edomite for white people when Esau was the brother of Jacob, Israel, aren't they essentially brothers coming out of the same womb of Rebecca?
Right.
So why do you use
Edomites
for white people in terms of this is how white people was created from?
So the reason why we do that, it's no different than if I say a Hamite and a Shemite, or a Hamite and a Japhite. Because Ham, Shem, and Japheth also came from the same mother and father, which is Noah and his wife. But they later would become the progenitors of tribes that we see today, like Egyptians, XYZ, like that. So the same thing with Jacob and Esau. Esau's name was changed to Edom. You can read that in Genesis, the 36th chapter. It says Esau, whose name is Esau, is Edom, and then it starts naming the tribes that they became. So when we call the white man Edomites, that's because that's the tribe that they are biblically. No different than Israel was born Jacob. His name was changed to Israel. So when we say Israelites, that's because Jacob became Israel. His sons became the progenitors of the Israelites. So it's not about where they was born from. It's about what they became.
But isn't Edom Israel?
No, Edom can't be Israel. Edom could be, you could technically say Edom is a Hebrew.
Okay.
Even though there's no scripture that says he's a Hebrew, Isaac would be a Hebrew because Abraham is a Hebrew. So Abraham is a Hebrew, so Isaac would be a Hebrew. So at best you could say that Jacob and Esau started as Hebrews.
So Esau is an Israelite though?
No, he can't be an Israelite. The reason why because he can't be an Israelite because Esau is Jacob's brother.
Right.
Esau doesn't come from Jacob. Like you and I come from Jacob, so we're Israelites. Esau doesn't come from Jacob. He was born with Jacob. So
it's a bloodline and not a mind line?
Yeah, bloodline.
Not a mind line.
No.
And weren't entered to the mind.
No, you can spiritually, like you ever see somebody black and you call him like an Uncle Tom? You call him an Uncle Tom because he's acting white. Even though you know what's crazy about the Uncle Tom?
What?
Uncle Tom was the good guy.
Right.
The real history about
Uncle Tom, he was the revolutionary.
Right.
You know, that couldn't be broken.
Right.
And so what they did was
Yeah. And that's crazy how they do history.
See how they flip it?
Yeah, they flip it to where they make it seem like Uncle Tom was a bad thing, but Uncle Tom was that dude.
Yeah, they made it look like he was the butt kisser.
Yeah, Uncle Tom was not the butt kisser.
He was the revolutionary.
So I'm gonna say Sambo. So you know how we call somebody a Sambo or something like that because they shucking and jiving for the white man? Even in the Bible when Christ says, ye are of your father the devil, he's not talking about them ethnically, he's talking about them spiritually and mentally. So you can mentally be white, meaning like you follow their ways, their culture, their obsession, but you can't ethnically be that.
Okay, yep. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why do you blame Europeans?
For what?
Why do you blame European Jews for the transatlantic slave trade when it was the Arabs, Europeans, and Africans who were all responsible for the slave trade? But you only blame the Europeans.
We blame all them niggas. We blame all of them. We blame the Arabs, Africans, and we don't. Now, we'll say Jewish and then we'll say white people, but they're the same people. The reason why there's a distinction.
Right, you're right.
Right. The reason why there's such a distinction is because white Jewish people separate themselves from their white brothers. But now, being that you asked that, a lot of people think Jewish people had nothing to do with slavery, and that's a lie.
Right.
And you start looking at the banks that got started, the insurance companies that got started. I'm gonna see if I can find it. In North Carolina, there was a Jewish man that was in the Klan. Like, Jewish people was a part of the slave trade. They was a part of the slave trade and they was a part of slavery. But we ain't saying that they're the only ones. That was a well put together business between the whites, the Arabs, Africans, all of them. The whites include the so-called Jews. So we don't never separate them. We join them. And all anybody got to look up is them AIG, them banks, them health, because we became, like people think that they just grabbed a bunch of black people, put them on a boat, that's it. No, hell no. They had insurance where if they said 300 slaves was on this boat, 50 of them die, they got money off them 50 that died because they insured them. So they had their names, they was registered, they kept records of the slaves. So the Jewish man had a heavy hand in that.
Well, they financed Queen Isabella.
Yeah.
King Ferdinand.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
look at you know a little something.
Man, that's old knowledge, brother. That's old right there.
Yeah, Queen Isabella, she the one financed Columbus coming over here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, sorry to bother y'all. God bless both of y'all. Y'all do not see a black book bag over here?
No, brother.
Nah,
Right.
Nah.
Brothers, you look good, and you both y'all look good. God bless you.
Peace, brother.
We said peace. Peace, almighty.
Yo, we doing the interview.
Yeah, we're doing an interview right now, brother. All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
All right.
I'm sure.
All right.
Bro, whatever you're doing, I hope you succeed.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate
fam.
it. Bless you, man.
Yo, let me ask you, this is I want you to really think about this. You're on camera right now.
The question you're about to ask me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a convert? Like, have you converted to Judaism or Israelite? Are you a bloodline Israelite?
Bloodline.
Come on, Captain, man. A bloodline, brother? You saying your blood go all the way back to Ham, Shem, and Japheth?
No, my blood go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Oh, come on, brother.
If my blood, let me tell you something. If my bloodline does not go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I would throw the Bible away. There'd be no point in me following it. That's the only thing. Like, and that's what destroys the whole convert thing. You can't be a converted Israelite. You can't be a converted Israelite. You can't be a cosplaying Israelite. You can't be none of that. You either are an Israelite or you're not, because the Bible doesn't say that these are the Israelites that converted. It says this is who they are. Christ didn't say, I came for the lost sheep of converted Israelites. He said, I came for the lost sheep of Israel. So I'm not a converted Israelite.
These are questions.
I got it.
Look, these are questions I wrote down for the pastor coming up next week. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna hit you with these because both of y'all can hit them.
What's the question? Right. Not just swine, they had all manner of four-footed.
That's true.
Right.
He said he don't eat anything unclean. But in the story, it's in the book of Acts.
Yeah, Acts 10th chapter.
It talks about, not talking about that.
Let's talk about people.
It's talking about so-called Gentiles.
No, it's not. So what it's talking about, so in the beginning of Acts the 10th chapter, it's talking about Cornelius, who was a devout man. So he was an Israelite that just lived outside of Israel. So when Peter goes to Cornelius' house, he says, of a truth I perceive that the Lord is not a respecter of persons, but in every nation he that feareth him and worketh righteousness can be saved. I'm paraphrasing. Then it's, that's a different chapter. Let me just finish this part. And the next verse it says, the word which was sent to the children of Israel. So it's like a letter. So if I write a letter, it's four of us sitting right here, right? So if I write a letter, it's only the sa.neter. But in the traveling of that letter, it gets to you and it gets to him. And as y'all read that letter, the good things that sa.neter is going to get, you somehow think because it say all of us are we, that includes you. But it never includes you because it's written to him. So when it says this word was sent to the children of Israel, it wasn't sent to a white man. It wasn't sent to an African. It was sent to the Israelites. That word of repentance was only sent to Israel. Now you ain't got a mic, so it's hard to take every question you got.
Yeah, but that's it. I gotta get back over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, no problem, brother.
I wrote these questions down. For the pastor that I'm gonna go to his church next Sunday, and I got an interview with a pastor.
Okay, so, hey, bring that pastor to the sit down. Listen, he's
traveled.
Okay,
because
I got. So we got Commander Jenny Hunter, Pastor Manning, and then we got Apostle Dr. Stacy Ramos.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem, brother. We got Apostle Stacy Ramos that's also set for August 30th. So we got 3 people so far.
Okay.
I want you black folks, y'all listening, your Jabaris, all y'all come and sit down and show us what remedy y'all got.
All right, here we go. Why do you believe in God for which there is no empirical evidence.
How you say that?
I'm just asking you the question.
Okay.
There's no evidence that you can prove that there is a God on the planet.
Is there life in the blood?
Without start talking about science.
Is there life in the blood?
Yes.
Is that in the Bible?
That's, brother, listen, man. Listen,
see,
you can't prove.
See?
No, listen, that's not empirical evidence.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, because it's written in the Bible. That's a man that wrote it in the Bible, Captain. Somebody wrote that in the Bible.
How did he know there was life in the blood?
Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Do you know when science discovered life in the blood?
When?
Which I'm gonna tell you.
And so it says that in the Bible.
Yes. The reason why you can't eat blood, it says it. Hold on. Science discovered life in the blood.
I'm gonna see how the pastor answer these questions too.
Yeah, they said William Harvey is credited with discovering blood circulation in 1616. He said science, but rather revealed the crucial role of blood. So they didn't know. So that's one. Life in the blood is one. How about mountains on the ocean floor? How about springs on the ocean floor?
I knew you was gonna come with that. You did that before.
Yeah, that's like the only way. So, and I like to do that because there's no way that the writer of the Bible could know that mountains and springs are on the ocean floor unless a God revealed it to him.
Yeah. How do you reconcile the problem of evil with the existence of an all-powerful God?
I reconcile that very easily because God is not a God that won't whoop your ass. Like when it says the Lord is a man of war, and I want you to watch how that Christian gonna bring up something about free will or something like that when you talk to the pastor. He's gonna try to, or he's gonna say, well, the God of Old Testament was like that. Jesus Christ is not like that. He's gonna say something like that. But in truth, the evil that you see, there's two types of evils. There's evils that we do, and then there's punishments from the Lord. The punishments from the Lord from his side is good. It's evil because how it affects us. What I mean by that, our disobedience, if God didn't punish us for it, he would actually be an evil God if he didn't punish us. Mm-hmm. The fact that he punishes us proves that he's a good God and won't let us get away with that.
Hold on, man. Let me get this correct. The fact that Yahweh punishes us is because it proves he's a good God.
I can read it in the Bible.
No, hold on. It proves that he's a good God. He's
and righteous.
According to the Bible, he punished his people because you say we disobeyed his laws. So he put us in the hands of the white man, and then the white man began to what? Castrate us, cut our penis off, lynch us, burn us at the stake.
Who fault
you
is
saying
that?
that he cared about us to do that to us?
Who fault is that?
What you mean, who fault is that?
Who fault is that?
So now you're ready to blame yourself, man. Look at you. You ready to blame yourself over what you say God have done to you. God
didn't do it. God just warned us what would happen. You know how, there's a city right now. There's a city right now. It's a whites only city. Whites only. I was just in the clubhouse room. I'm listening to them talk about this whites only city. And I'm listening just to see how these black and Hispanic people respond to this whites only story. And they playing the audio and they saying, yeah, we only want white people in here. And they don't even want mixed white. Now your mother and father got to be white. And I'm listening to them and I'm listening to see, I want to hear them have an issue. I hear these motherfuckers say, this guy Beast, I like Beast, right? So I hear Beast say, that's not racist. I don't hear no racism. I don't hear nothing. But the white people are saying the city is only white. So then they hear me, they say, Cap, what you think about that, Cap? First thing I said, first of all of y'all are capping on this fucking app right now. I said, because Beast, you just said that they're not racist, but they're building a white-only town. Meanwhile, if I have my cookout that's just for my people only, You'll tell me I'm wrong for not bringing in white people, not bringing in Africans, XYZ like that. So people in the audience might say, well, Capt, why are you telling that story based on that question of punishment? God told us not to mix with other races of people. And he said, if we mix with them other races of people, they will get on top of us. You know why they get on top of us? Because when we mix with them, we leave our own. You ever notice when white people mix with black people, white people never leave being white. They never stop pushing white. They never stop wanting white to be great. When black people mix with white people, we forget all of our blackness. God tried to warn us that they would get on top of us by that. So we want to make it seem like God did it to us. No, you did it to yourself because you wouldn't listen when God warned you what would happen when you did what you did. So now when you get punished for what you did, how are you going to blame God for it? Because if you blame God for it, you know what you're not going to do? You're not going to stop doing what you did to get put in that position. But let's say if you blame yourself, like, what did I do to get in this position? Oh, I was fucking with too many white people. I was messing with these white girls. Like Shannon Sharpe, 23 million? 23 million messing with white girls. You know what he should learn? What I did. He shouldn't blame God. He shouldn't blame nobody. He lost that 23 million because of what he did. We got in this condition because of what we did. I want to read this scripture. This is Romans 3 and 3. It says, for what if some did not believe, shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? Yet God forbid, let God be true and every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of God, what shall we say is God unrighteous who taketh vengeance? God is righteous when he does not help us when we disobey him. Because if he helped us in that disobedience, we'll stay disobedient. It's like your kids. If your kids disobey you, and then you do for them anyway when they disobey you, they're never going to obey you. Well, what reason are you giving them to obey you? But when you stop helping them, like I always use my brother, God bless my brother, man. I love my fucking brother. He passed away back in January, right? But my brother used to go to jail. And I'm telling my mother, now it's partly my fault, because I used to give my mother hell growing up, and I think I wore my mother out so that by the time my younger brother come along, my mother didn't have the same.
Your younger brother passed away?
Yeah, my younger brother passed away in January. Yeah, so by the time my brother get up and start acting up like how I was acting up, I don't think my mother had the same fight. So my brother keep going to jail, my mother bailing him out. Brother go to jail, my mother bail him. I said, Ma, if you keep bailing him out, so now he's in jail again. And so my mother called me, she's like, Stephen in jail again. I said, Ma, let his ass sit in there. Don't get him out. Let him sit in there for a while. Let him sit in there. I said, if you let him sit in there, he just might learn a lesson. And he never got arrested again after that. He learned the lesson because my mother stopped rewarding his wickedness. What we want to do is disobey God, and when we get in trouble, oh God, oh God, oh God. God don't work like that. God works by your obedience to him.
Right.
That's how it works, just to answer your question.
So why hate the white man when the Most High put the spirit in him to do what he did to you and gave him the green light to do it?
Yeah, y'all make the Bible too mythical, and y'all be in the skies. Well, if God did just let the white man do that to you, that ain't the way God works. Even in the Bible, when it says he had no mercy, he went over the wall for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Mm-hmm. There's nowhere in the Bible where it says, as we're getting punished, we're supposed to say, hey, Esau, do this to me because it's my fault. What it actually says is to hate them. What it actually says is to be against them. Because if we don't hate them, the only thing we can do to get out of the condition is to hate them.
Where does it say to hate them in the Bible, brother?
Ecclesiastes 3:8 says a time to love, a time to hate.
Psalms that's not saying hate them.
Psalms 137, Psalms 139, 20 and 21 says, do not I hate them that hate thee, O Lord. I hate them with a perfect hatred.
But who is the them? I hate them.
And the them ain't just Esau. The them is them that hate us. The them is them that hate God.
But all Europeans don't hate us.
Yes, they do.
All Africans don't hate us.
Hey, ask Shannon Sharpe if that white bitch hated him when he was fucking her. He gonna say
but
no.
all white people don't hate us.
You ain't getting what I'm saying.
And all Africans don't hate us.
You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm glad you said that, because that's the biggest fight that we have. The biggest fight that we in ISBK have is that when we say we got to separate from these nations because they hate us, everybody thinks about little Priscilla. They look about little David. They think about, no, because Priscilla's all right. Little Kakunku, the African kid, he all right. Not knowing that nation will get on top of us and swallow us up and devour us. But now, and then the crazy part, side, as they pick little Priscilla, little Kakunku, little Pookie up the street, he ain't never gonna like Pookie, because Pookie might have did something to him 12 years ago, and he gotta hate Pookie forever, even though Pookie is people. He ain't gonna help Shantae. Shantae ain't give him none. So he gonna hate Shantae forever. So we'll find every reason in the world to stay hating. Just like the N-word, when we talk about the word nigga. Latinos can't say nigga, Khaled can say nigga.
Right.
Because Khaled is not our people. That's the proof that the Latinos are our people. The fact that you let a non-person say nigga, but a Latino can't say nigga. That's like the biggest battle that we have. And this is why being an Israelite is not for the weak. And what I mean by not for the weak, and I know you got other questions. The reason why being an Israelite is not for the weak, because you have to endure being a spectacle. You got to endure being laughed at. You got to endure believing in some spook God that's going to crack the sky. You telling me some nigga about to crack the sky? You got to believe in that. You got to believe that you a people from old time. You can't celebrate birthdays. You can't get high. You can't fornicate. Can't be a homosexual. You can't do nothing that this world allows.
Right.
And so being an Israelite is not for the weak, and that's why everybody looks for an excuse to not be an Israelite.
So now, what about those who have never heard of Jesus? Will they also be condemned? Because they never heard of a Jesus. They don't know about
you mean like
Jesus.
It's some third world country or something like that?
Nah, not third world. I mean, yeah, third world.
Yeah, and shit, in the ghettos, I believe, now this is just me.
Even in Africa, you got people that never heard of a Jesus, brother.
Well, I'm going to say it like this. Our people will all have had an opportunity to be exposed to the truth. That's what I believe. So I don't want to get into, somebody in some third world country. You never know what the Lord doing. I ain't in that third world country to know if they heard of Christ or not. And I pray whatever I hope it ain't the white Jesus. If they ain't heard of that white Jesus, that's even better.
How can you be certain your interpretation of the Bible is the correct one, given the diversity of Christianity, Israel, and all the other dominations?
One thing I like about ISBK is we ain't changed since 1969. I remember here's what I want somebody to do. Just somebody go and look at me back in 2010, if you can find those videos, or at least 2012, 2013 when I was rocking with Sa. Look at me in 2025, and the same questions and answers that sa.neter was asking back then, you'll see I'm giving the same ones now. The only difference is they might be more advanced because I've grown, so I might give more entailed or deeper answer, but it's the same exact answer.
These are different questions.
I'm saying what I'm saying, there's sometimes you've asked me the same question and I've given the same answer. You look at Commander General Hunter, been in this thing since the 80s. Since I think 83, 84, he's been in it. He's been in it since 83, 84, and ain't changed nothing since then. And then you go look at these other nut-ass Israelites. Like I'm trying to slide. Like you go look at these other Israelites, and then you see if they still holding true to what they said, or if they changing what they believe. They using different versions of the Bible. Like you get some of them Israelites, they using ERVs, ESVs, EKGs, LMOPs. They using every version of the Bible that they can find because they need that version to fit whatever they teaching. Whereas we've been only using one version of the Bible, one faith, one blood, one baptism. That's what ISBK has been doing.
If God is all powerful and all good, Why does evil exist in this world?
Because of our wickedness. We refuse to
But
like.
why didn't
the
God
Bible
make
said,
us perfect? Because He's all good.
God did make us perfect.
So why do we have
Because
wickedness?
we're choosing to disobey.
Okay.
Like we choose. Like and that's a good question because it leads into like.
Now you're saying we got free will?
No, not free will.
Okay.
But we do have a choice. Now, I'm saying choice because that would be biblical. Because the Bible says in Deuteronomy, it says, "I've set before thee life and death." So on the right side you got life, on the left side you got death. So technically you have a choice, but you don't have the free will to do either. There's something that comes with the life, there's something that comes with the death. What the church would tell you is that you have the free will to do it. Free will is like you got the freedom to do it and there's no consequence. If you disobey, you're gonna break that law. You're gonna break that. You're not gonna have the free will to. If you take the death route, you're gonna die. So you don't have free will to die, but if you do have a choice. Now I don't look at that as a choice. So we choose that, but when people think about God, they think God's supposed to be some puppet master to just control and order your steps. No, a God is a God that says do it and you do it. If you don't do it, I'm gonna punish you. So He made us perfect. He made us perfectly capable to obey Him. We choose to disobey Him.
What makes the Israelite God more believable than other deities worshipped throughout history?
We don't have now. Some of this is. How would I say it first? I would say it first is that from a spiritual side, the Israelite God is not beneficial to no one except Himself. Meaning, the laws that are contained in being an Israelite are not man-made. They don't just benefit man, they benefit God. You can't make no image to Him, which is against man. Every other deity has an image. Our God doesn't have an image. The way we worship, you can't mix with nobody else's God. From my experience in life, Hinduism can mix with Catholicism. Islam can mix with this. Everybody can mix. Our God can't mix. So from a spiritual aspect, you can only have that one God. You can't have any other gods. From a personal aspect, I think that man just creates what's favorable to them. All the deities and beliefs that you see is something favorable to them. We worship the sun. We think the sun because the sun makes us dark, we're going to worship that. And the sun means this. It's all man-made shit in their head. So the Bible or the God of Israel is not man-made, would be what I would. Now, that's not personal. That's spiritual also. Our God is not man-made.
What is the most convincing piece of evidence that has solidified your belief in Israel?
If I had to say, when I came into ISUBK in 2010, I think we had 3 cities, maybe 4. I couldn't even tell you how many cities we got. I couldn't even tell you. We all across the United States. We in South America. We up in North America. We in the UK. We on the islands. We in Africa. We got an officer in the Israelite School of UPK in Africa, so. That's a big deal.
When you're going to bring in the Africans?
Well, he's in Africa. He would be called the African. That's what I'm saying.
So you got Africans now. That's Israel.
We got an African.
That's in your school.
That's in my school.
So Africans can now be.
Wait, slow down, because I know you about to go buck wild.
No, I'm not.
A ham. It's an Israelite in Africa. So he would be called African, like Elon Musk is South African.
Right.
But you would call him white. So he's an Israelite living in Africa.
Oh, okay. I see what
That's
you're
what
saying.
I'm saying. And to answer your question, the growth that I've seen in this school and the things that I've witnessed this school do is why I believe that.
All right, last question, if you got anything else.
Okay.
What were you doing? What was the Israelites doing in Africa when you say, are you African? And you say no. If you're not African, what were you doing in Africa?
Oh, they was living just like Africans.
But what were you doing in Africa, though?
The same thing. Just think about
now let's go back to the beginning. Where did you come from?
So we came from, start with Abraham. Abraham came from the Mesopotamian area. But Abraham traveled to Canaan, traveled to Egypt. Israel went into Egypt. lived in Egypt, came out of Egypt, went into the land of Canaan. Then, and lived in the land of Canaan, which would be Israel. 70 AD, Israel falls, we go into Africa, we're there for 1,000+ years, then we transport over here. So as we're in the continent of Africa, we would be living like Israelites, and we would be living like the different African people that we would be around. So it wouldn't be surprising to go and see an Israelite acting African, following their customs. You can read that in the Bible. We loved Egypt. You would see us always following after the Egyptian gods, Babylonian gods. So it's no different. It's almost no different than today in some aspects, except we had our land.
So are you telling us that there's no such thing as an African Israelite?
No, I'm not saying that.
Are there African Israelites?
It's how I'm an American Israelite. Mm-hmm. It's how somebody could be an African Israelite.
No, I'm talking about a Hamite. Let's go with the Hamite.
No.
Are they Hamite Israelites?
Nah.
Come on, brother.
That's two ethnicities.
Come on, brother. Let me get this other question I had for you.
While we got this little break, don't forget August 30th, sa.neter is House of Consciousness and ISUPK is putting together this panel with Commander General Hunter, Pastor Manning. I got Dr. Stacey Ramos. We're working on others. I want Jabari to come. If Jabari is available, we're going to have this roundtable town hall discussion where you can present your positions. We'll be talking about Donald Trump. We'll be talking about ICE. We'll be getting in a bunch of questions, and it's open for the people to come and see us. So Commander General Hunter's never been in the same building with Jabari speaking, having to sit down together. I think that would be big. Pastor Manning being there would be big. We're looking to get some more people. And if any other good enough speaking black folks or HOK folks that sa.neter knows, I think it'd be good. If Wesley Muhammad could come, I think that'd be good. Or what's the guy? Nuri Muhammad. Mm-hmm. If he can come. We should think, ain't you going to the Muslim mosque?
When?
I thought, ain't you going to talk to some Muslims or something soon? No,
I was supposed to go, but I don't know when it is.
Okay, so if you go though, we need to get some of the Muslims there to come and sit with us. I think all of those things would be good because now we got people from different walks of life, and let's start. And you can come with some tough questions. You can come with questions about relationships. Then it could be Trump ICE. It could be relationships. What do we think helps the black community? All of that we can have. And you get Commander General Hunter in there talking, boy, it's going to be fiery.
Yeah.
I think that'll be dope.
All right, so when can I get you and Pastor, though? Are you still going to Chicago?
Yeah, I'm leaving today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when we leave here...
close us out, man. Close us out.
Okay, no sweat. So I appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. I'm Captain Tazayach of ISUPK under Commander General Hunter with my main man, sa.neter from the HOK. Make sure y'all subscribe to sa.neter Studios. Make sure y'all subscribe to House of Consciousness. Make sure you subscribe to Captain Tazayach TV. Mm-hmm. We're always putting out exclusive, good content. I'm really liking the way sa.neter is doing these interviews now because we're dealing with a lot of current events, which I think is important and covering a lot of different topics. When I get back from Chicago, maybe we'll do it again.
Yeah, I like your street chronicles, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I be tuning in.
That's what's up, man. Listen, it'd be good.
And it's picking up. So
it's getting real good, man. And so in this park that we at, August 31st, we having a cookout here.
Let them know what park we at.
Yeah, we in Marcus Garvey Park right now. August 31st, we having a cookout. It's open to the public. Yeah. You come and eat, break bread with us, sit down with us. We're gonna have the chessboard because Sa the chess king.
That's right. What street? Let them know what street.
Right on 124th and Madison Avenue. Right there. Right on 124th and Madison Avenue is where we're going to be. August 30th is where we're setting up to have the sit-down town hall discussion with Commander General Hunter, Pastor Manning, and others. Stay tuned for that. And until next time, shalom.
All right. Peace, man. We out.